Come to the dark side. So, I'm out here in the Sam Houston National Forest. I'm camping, and I got a story to tell. Uh, you probably gonna think I lost my mind. It's probably half true. Uh, this story has a little bit of sadness. It has a little bit of everything. Um, True story. Like all my stories are true stories. This happened 2009, 2010. Wow, I can hear coyotes out in the woods doing their yapping. That's creepy. Good. I'm not sure the camera can pick that up, but that sounds creepy. So anyway, um, around 2008, 2009, this is when it happened. Um, Back in the day, I had a friend of mine. She's still a good friend of mine, like a sister. And she got me onto a thing called IMVU, IMVU, or however you want to call it. I'll call it IMVU. And it can be, it can. I've always wondered what it meant. I envy you, or I am virtual reality. I envy you. I don't know. Anyway, I got an account, and mostly just to talk to people around the world. I mean, it was very, very interesting. I never saw other than Facebook, and I had a MySpace years ago, Facebook and YouTube, but the idea of logging on and having 90,000 plus people from hundreds of countries that just talk to and that chat with, and some did speak English, and is what it is, but some did. In my IMVU universe, I met a lot of interesting people. People from all over the world. I met a young lady that was married to some rich oil tycoon dude in Dubai, and she talked about money like it was like you turn the faucet on and it came out. I mean, she thought money was not object. Money just she woke up in the morning and money just was at her feet. I met people from all over the world, and varying backgrounds and educations, and just it was really fun talking to and having access to so many different people around the world. But anyway, somehow or another, I met this one young lady. I think she was about my age. I was about in my 30s. Yeah, 30s. And I think she was in her 30s too. She lived. If my brain tells me right, it was in Pennsylvania, and we somehow met up on IMVU, and she was there just to sort of same reason I was there, just sort of chit chat and talk to people. I had friends. A lot of people going in there to role play, which is sort of weird. I did get in that briefly. I, Again, I don't remember how I meet these people. Um, her name on IMVU was Dakota Dark, and she was a vampire slayer. She started calling me Logan. That was my top secret name, Logan. And I was supposed to be half vampire, whatever that means. And she had me. There was actually some vampire. I guess people role play as vampires, and they had like castles. You go in there, and you can talk and listen to music, and it was pretty cool. But she had me to infiltrate these groups and the vampire groups, and give her names of the people in these groups, and then her and her vampire slayers would then crash the party. Would go in and crash the party, and role play slaying vampires. It's ridiculous, but yeah, I'm not sure ever happened to her. But anyways, it ain't about that. People thought I blew my mind. No, this is I met this young lady, and she went by Pickles, and that was just what she went by, Pickles. I think I haven't logged on in years. My logged on, it was Hinahanta, which means in Choctaw it means like a road of peace or peaceful road. But she was Pickles, and her real name was Penelope. Um, but yeah, we just often go and chit chat, and she had a daughter named Remy, and often she talk about work, talk about her daughter. She had at the time I was married, my first wife, and I think my first wife even dabbled in it a little bit. Um, but she had a boyfriend, and I don't. I'm trying to think way back. I'm trying to think her now. As the smoke comes in my face and makes my eyes water up. Um, she had this one boyfriend. No, she had ex. I'm sorry, she had ex boyfriend, and I guess she had a restraining order against him. And her daughter Remy, I don't think that that boyfriend was her father. I don't remember. I don't think so. Anyway, though, we're talking, and she says, yeah, she kept a gun. You know, she was afraid her daughter might find a gun, and so she kept a gun in the freezer where her daughter can't reach and can't find it. And just in case her ex boyfriend, crazy ex boyfriend, comes by or something, I was like, keep a gun in the freezer. And in my mind, I'm imagining this Glock 19 just all frosted up like a snowman. And I said, hey, I mean, you keep it in the freezer. I mean, is it getting frosty? She said, hold on. So she ran to the freezer and opened it up, and sure enough, it was this just frosty. You know how refrigerator get frost built on things. Well, this gun, I think it was a Smith & Wesson, but yeah, this gun had frost written all over. Yeah, it was frozen. It was frozen. I see, yeah, the gun probably wasn't even fire. It's so frozen now. I thought, no, don't keep it in the fridge. Just let it let it thaw out, unload it, and hopefully you don't have no rusting problem because the springs and everything inside of it and everything. But anyway, we would always chat online and talk and chit chat and everything. And one day, and she had some other friends out, and often we all meet up in certain chat rooms, and these rooms are like they had one that was like a bar, and there's always some person in there role playing, buying, getting you drinks and stuff, and just whatever. But often the bars and the other little hangout groups had music playing. There's a whole playlist of music. Somewhere was so fancy that you can go over there. There's like a little wall you can actually go to, and you go there, and there's a whole playlist, and you can, if the because every room had an owner, and if the room owner didn't care, and and no one else really cared in the room because sometimes people would change stations and we drama. But you go to the wall and you can change the playlist. With the smoke hits in my face. Change the playlist, or and some of them had radio stations. You can go from country to pop to hip hop to rap, whatever what you want to know. And again, if the owner of the room didn't care, you could do it. If the owner did care, you couldn't you couldn't change. You couldn't. The owner of the room had power to boot you out of the room. So anyway, we all go to those go to these chat rooms, and have your little headsets on and everything, and or you have your speakers, whatever. Those days I didn't have a mic. I didn't have a mic yet, just a headset, and just everything was type. So anyway, yeah, we go to these rooms, her and her friends, and we just all chit chat about stuff and life and listen to music. In fact, there was one little room we went to that had stations, and the owner it's one of these rooms that just no one ever went to for some reason, and the owner wasn't ever there. And me and the owner were talking. We sort of became semi friends, acquaintances, how you want to call it. And yeah, he said, yeah, whenever we go in there, just whatever, change stations, help yourself. So anyway, we're chit chatting and everything, and we had this bright idea. Had this bright idea to have an IMVU wedding. Me and her are going to get married at IMVU. So we set a date to get married. All her friends were invited. All my friends were invited. To the chat room, and there was like a chapel, like a chapel looking place, and we all meet there. In IMV, you can buy clothes. You can buy clothes, and I went you get credits. I can't remember what it's actually called, but it's like credits. You get debit card, and you can buy credits, or you can do surveys and other little knickknacks for IMVU and earn credits. Anyway, so I bought me a tux. Well, I bought me a tuxedo, and she had herself a little white dress and everything, and all her friends are all dressed up in their dresses and tuxes and everything. And went to the chapel, and we each were gonna tell each other our vows, vows, AIOU, our vows. So she began first. I can't remember why. Yeah, she began first, and I tapped her 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 nice romantic vows, and I thought that was cute, cool. So I went and did mine, and it was really sweet. It was I got married at IMVU for an IMVU wife. If that makes any sense. So me and her would chit chat, probably weekly, a couple times a week. My wife she was on there also. My friend was on there all the time. Chit chatting and stuff. Sometimes we chit each other, but mostly, yeah, we're all off a little world. And Penelope, because her name was Penelope, wasn't Pickles. Penelope said, "Hey, she's gonna go see her parents for the weekend, and so her and Remy's gonna hop in the car and drive to the east end, the east coast of I want my brain want to say Pennsylvania. My brain that's where she lived, and so that weekend she won't be on. So okay, not a problem. Drive safe. Have a good time. I wasn't gonna say say to her parents for me. I didn't know her parents. But anyway, so that weekend she wasn't logged on. A whole week. And the smoke's in my face. Oh, I'll be right back. I gotta get the smoke out of my face. That's better. Yeah, I have a campfire going here. Yeah, I'm out camping. This is the Sam Houston National Forest. It's dark out here. Probably can't see the moon. Maybe you can't see the moon. I don't know. Anyway, now the smoke's out of my face. So she says she's gonna head on out and go see her family. And so again, that weekend I didn't see her. A whole week passed, didn't see her. I didn't talk to her or anything. IMVU, you have little avatars, and so you see little cartoon versions of ourselves. About 7 months passes, and I don't. She doesn't log in. When you log on IMVU, I'm not sure how it is now. Back then, you could, you have like a friends list. You go to your friends list, and you can type in, look them up and everything. On the friends list, it showed the last time they logged in, date wise and everything. And so yeah, for a good solid 7 months, she did not log in at all. She just went completely AWOL. And all of a sudden, one day, because you also, besides actually chat with people face to face, whatever, you can, let's say someone doesn't log in and you want to say, hey, meet me in club, whatever, tomorrow at this o'clock, 2 o'clock. You can send them a little messenger message, sort of kind of like messenger. So anyway, so one morning, I think, yeah, one morning, afternoon, whatever. One day I logged onto it, and there was Pickles. A message from her. Hey, I need to talk to you. A lot has happened in 7 months. So okay. My goodness, I mean, I figured she went there. Maybe she moved there. I don't know, moved to her parents' place, or I don't know. Maybe she had a run with her ex-boyfriend again. I don't know. So anyway, so finally, we caught up, and she told me that that weekend, like planned, she headed off to her family's place. It's our family. Her and Remy, her little daughter. Her daughter was 6 years old. My brain's telling me 6 years old, 7 years old, somewhere in that neighborhood. I only heard her once, I think it was. She had a recording, or it's been so long. But yeah, her daughter's about 6 years old, about give or take 6, 7 years old. Anyway, everything went as planned at her parents' home, and on the way back from her parents' house, they were in a bad accident and rolled a car over. And she spent a few months in the hospital from her injuries, and her daughter Remy, she died. And I was just blown away. I was like, "You got to be kidding me!" Because IMVU, a lot of people go on IMVU just to role play and to sort of get out of reality of life, I guess. I went on IMVU just to meet people, meet new people, and from around the world. Chit chat and talk and have a conversation, and I didn't want to, you know, create an alternate life, out of real life. I just wanted to meet people. So when she said that her daughter died and she was from a car accident, she's got a hospital, I was just mind blown because this is real life. It's not make believe or anything. And I was in a process of moving at that time because I had a little part timer job working a apartment complex as a maintenance man, and part of the perks of the maintenance was getting a free apartment. That was part of the pay. It paid like $8 an hour, I think, which is think about it now, it's ridiculous. But $8 an hour plus free apartment. So once you start adding up, rent for this was a two bedroom apartment. Once you start adding up a rent for a 2 bedroom apartment and add the pay, it was decent money. Decent money. The only problem is, summertime was coming. I was not AC certified, and so I know the story is going everywhere. I was AC certified, so summertime was coming. They needed a maintenance man there that can work on ACs, air conditioning, because here in Houston you need air conditioning. So they let me go because I wasn't certified, and one of the head maintenance men had a friend of his, I think it was brother or nephew or something, who was certified for AC repair, and they were hired on. I was let go, and one of the downsides of working in an apartment complex where your apartment is part of your pay, I was given 24 hours to move out. And where do you move out in 24 hours? Holy hell! Fortunately, though, I had a little mobile home that we shared up near just south of Livingston. I can't remember. Shepherd. It's in Shepherd, Texas, just south of Livingston. Again, my friend of mine, she had a friend that lived up there, and had a little mobile home, and we all sort of cut the bills. It was about 1, 2, 3, 4 of us, I think, in the apartment, in the mobile home. And I think the total was like $100 a month. I mean, it was something cheap like that. The problem is, it was like an hour drive from Houston, an hour plus. So, anyway, I was in a process of moving, and lost my job. I lost my apartment. There goes Wi-Fi. There goes everything. Moved to this, permanently into this mobile home, an hour from Houston. Before, it was just a weekend getaway. On my off days, I went down there. You go out there and shoot your guns, and it's in the country. It's almost like this. It's just in the country. Dirt road. You just drove down dirt road to get to the place. Anyway, so by the time I get myself reestablished, my Wi-Fi going, my computer had an old desktop computer that just always barely hanging on. Had a little fan blowing in there. I had to open up fan blowing in there to keep the video card from overheating. Anyway, by the time I got myself reestablished and everything, I guess you can call that reestablished. Something had happened. I know Penelope got to another relationship. Me and my first wife was actually in the process of divorce. And me and Penelope, we're friends on IMVU. It was nothing more than just friends on IMVU, basically. But yeah, she was the last I heard from her, she was in another relationship. She sent me another messenger saying, "Hey, she got rid of her Pickles. Was it Pickles, the Wonder Woman, or Pickles?" Something like that. Something like Pickles, the Wonder Woman, or something like that. That was her original IMVU login personality, avatar, how you want to call it. She said, "Hey, you want to keep talking? This is my new login, and this is my new email address. and whatever. And for some reason, maybe her because of her other ex-boyfriend that she had a restraining order against, for whatever reason, um, nothing she gave me worked. That was the last email that I received from her. The email that they emailed me from, again, also she's in the email, and it's like, a month later, I finally got myself able to log on to IMVU to even see it. So she was waiting a whole month. Hey, and this dude just disappeared on me, just like she sort of disappeared for 7 months. So once I was able to log on, I saw it. I sent an email back to her original um, email address. Never got a response back. So I'm assuming, in fact, if I remember right, I got a bounce back that the account would no longer existed or something. And the new email address that she sent me, and her new IMVU login, no matter how I typed it in, no matter how I copied and paste, it didn't work. And so that was 2009-ish was the last time I actually spoke to Penelope from Pennsylvania. So yeah. So I always hope that she's well. Hope her relationship worked out well. Very sad about her daughter dying. Very sad about Remy. But yeah, I always hope she's best. Hope the best for her. And I've always sort of wondered whatever happened to her. Um, I can't remember the person she was in a relationship with. If I remember right, he was out of rehab, and I don't, I don't, I'm not speak ill of Penelope. I'm not sure. Some people have a habit of. I'm not saying this is her. I'm just saying some people have a habit of dating the wrong people, and sort of repeating that cycle of always dating the wrong people. Um, so the last boyfriend I know of, she had a restraining order against, kept a gun in the freezer, and now this boyfriend here is just fresh out of rehab. So yeah, there's no way to look her up. I mean, Penelope. How many Penelopes are in America? I don't know. But yeah, I always wondered whatever happened to her. Hope she's always hope the best for her. And yeah, you guys probably think I'm crazy. Whew, I lost my mind on this one. But yeah, there was IMVU was sort of fun. I haven't logged on to it in years now. I'm not sure. I'm sure it's still around. Um, I'm pretty sure I still have an account because every so often, yeah, on my old Yahoo account, um, every so often I do get a random promotional email like from IMVU. Click on this to get credits and that kind of stuff. So yeah, if I'm getting emails from it, then more likely I still have an account. 'Cause I know after a while, if you don't log into it after a while, they delete your account. Same thing with chat rooms, little rooms and venues and stuff. If there are certain rooms, I guess there's only so much space on the server. And when and I remember log on, there's 100,000 people, all at once chatting on the server. So I'm assuming there's multiple servers. But yeah, when you have that many people on a server, you have that much, data being used at one time. Chat rooms that were not being used at all, because I do remember the few chat rooms that we used to hang out at. And when we would log on and go there, we're only one, be two, three of us that sit in the room. And the room can sit like 10 people. Because every room had like a limit of how many people can log on into that room. But yeah, so people who didn't log on for a while, their accounts are virtually deleted. So yeah, so I still get emails, so I still got it. Maybe one day I'll log on to it to see what's new in IMVU. That's all I got for today. That was stupid. That's all I got. I'm gonna sit here and let the fire die down and then go to bed. It's getting late anyway. I'm out. Peace.